Focus is one of those things we all know we need, but in the middle of emails, notifications, and endless to-do lists, it can feel like a luxury. Yet I've found that focus isn't about willpower. It's about habits. When you practice the right habits, your brain naturally learns to tune out the noise and lock onto what matters. Over the years of building my media business, I've had to learn this the hard way. I used to think working longer hours meant being more productive, but I realized that without focus, more hours just meant more exhaustion. What really made the difference was cultivating mindful habits that created space for clarity. Here are 8 mindful habits I use to triple my productivity, and that you can start practicing today. Start your day with presence, not chaos. Most people wake up and dive straight into their phones. I used to do this too, and it felt like handing over my mental clarity to everyone else's priorities. Now I start my day with presence. For me, that means sitting quietly with a coffee, breathing deeply, and setting an intention for the day. It doesn't have to be complicated. A simple question like, "What's the one thing I really want to get done today?" can shift your entire focus. When your day starts with clarity, everything else flows from there. Use single tasking as a discipline. We've been told multitasking is efficient, but the science is clear. Your brain can't focus fully on 2 things at once. Every time you switch tasks, you lose momentum. I've learned to treat single tasking like a discipline. If I'm writing, I write. If I'm on a call, I'm on that call. I close tabs, silence notifications, and commit to one thing until it's finished or I've reached a natural break. This isn't just about productivity. It's about respect for your own mind. Single tasking allows your brain to go deeper, and depth is where meaningful work happens. Build rituals that signal focus. One of the most powerful ways I've found to anchor focus is through rituals. For me, it's simple. I light a candle at my desk before starting deep work. That tiny act tells my brain, it's time to focus. You can create your own ritual, a particular playlist, a breathing exercise, or even just clearing your desk. Before you begin, these small cues anchor your mind and make focus automatic. In my book, Hidden Secrets of Buddhism, How to Live with Maximum Impact and Minimum Ego, I dive into how rituals create mindfulness in daily life. It's about shaping an environment where focus becomes natural rather than forced. Take intentional breaks. This one used to trip me up. I thought productivity meant pushing through without stopping. But I eventually realized that focus works, like a muscle. It fatigues. And if you don't rest it, performance drops sharply. Now I take intentional breaks. I step outside, breathe fresh air, or do a quick stretch. Even 5 minutes away from the screen can reset your brain. The key is to make breaks mindful, not endless scrolling on your phone, but genuine pauses that recharge you. Work in sprints, not marathons. I often use the Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes of focus, 5 minutes rest, or variations of it. What matters isn't the exact timing, it's the rhythm. Your brain thrives on cycles of intensity and recovery. By working in sprints, you give yourself permission to fully lock in, knowing there's a break coming. That structure makes it easier to stay focused without feeling overwhelmed. When I shifted to sprint-based work, my output didn't just increase, it became sharper because I wasn't running on mental fumes. Declutter your environment. Declutter. Your mind. There's a reason monks live in simple surroundings. Clutter scatters the mind. If your desk is messy, your focus will be too. I keep my workspace minimal, just my laptop, a notebook, and a pen. Everything else goes away. It's not about aesthetics. It's about creating an environment where the only thing that matters is the task at hand. Try it yourself. Clear your space before starting work. You'll feel your mind unclutter along with it. Practice saying no. One of the biggest killers of focus isn't distraction. It's overcommitment. Every yes you give to something unimportant is a no to what truly matters. I've learned to say no without guilt. That means declining meetings that don't need me, skipping tasks that add no value, and protecting time for deep work. Saying no is an act of mindfulness. It's recognizing that your attention is the most valuable currency you have and choosing to spend it wisely. End your day with reflection, not exhaustion. When you stop working, don't just collapse into Netflix or social media. Take a moment to reflect. I like to jot down 3 things: what I accomplished, what I struggled with, and what I'm grateful for. This not only helps me improve my focus for the next day, but also gives me a sense of closure. Ending your day with mindfulness creates a clean mental break. It allows you to rest fully, which means you come back sharper tomorrow, bringing it all together. The art of focus isn't about grinding harder. It's about aligning your habits with how the mind naturally works. When you start your day with clarity, single task with discipline, and anchor yourself with rituals, focus stops being a struggle. It becomes your default. These 8 habits have changed the way I work. They've helped me grow my business without burning out, and they've allowed me to live with more presence in my personal life too.